Hey everybody, welcome back. So glad you could join me here today. I have a fun and challenging Power Vinyasa yoga practice planned for us. So let's get started. Come to your mat in a comfortable seated position. Take a moment just to rock your hips from side to side. And then sit up tall. Settle the hands into a comfortable position and close your eyes. Now just start to focus on your breathing without any sense of hurrying through this process. Lengthen out through each inhale, lengthen out through each exhale. Eventually working to a place where the inhale and exhale are approximately even in length. Now start to notice how your breath connects to your body. Each time you breathe in, sit up tall, align your shoulders over your hips, your ears over your shoulders. Each time you exhale, lift the pelvic floor and squeeze your abdominal muscles in to press out every last little bit of air. Just keep that process going. Deep breath in, long breath out. And wherever you go in this practice today, focus primarily on your breathing. You can always take modifications to these postures, making this practice truly yours. On your next inhale, open the eyes. Exhale, release your arms down by your sides. Take your first breath in, reach your arms up into the air. Exhale, press your palms together as you draw the hands back down to the heart. Again, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands press to the heart. Inhale, stretch the arms up. This time as you exhale, weave the fingers together behind your skull. Take another breath in, sit up taller. As you exhale, draw your belly in, twist to the right. Inhale, face center again. Exhale, twist to the right, and we'll do 3 more. Inhale, center, be sure you're keeping your spine long. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist. Last time, inhale, center, exhale, twist to the right, inhale, center, and exhale. Place your hands down behind your back. Just about 6 inches back, fingertips point behind your hips. Press the hips away from the ground as you inhale. Look up, lift the chin, stretch your chest, stretch the belly. Take another deep breath in and exhale, hips come back to the floor. Then switch the cross of your ankles, rock out the hips again. Take your arms by your sides, inhale, reach the arms up into the sky. And exhale, weave the fingers together behind your skull. Elbows stay out wide. Take a deep breath in, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze the belly as you turn to the left. Inhale, center. And exhale, left. 3 more times. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn. Inhale, center. Keep that spine long. Exhale, twist. So there's no leaning forward, no leaning back. Inhale, forward, exhale, twist, and last time, inhale, forward, and exhale, twist. Inhale, back to middle, release your hands down behind your back, fingers point out, breathe in, stretch your hips forward, open your chest, lift the chin, and exhale, hips back to the floor. Walk on out to tabletop position, wrists beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. We'll go through a little cat and cow. As you inhale, Tilt your pelvis forward, lift the chin, look up, stretch through your belly, keep the core engaged. And exhale, tuck the tail, round the back. Squeeze the belly up and in, press through the shoulders. And inhale, lift up to cow. Exhale, round into cat. 2 more times. Inhale, open cow. Exhale, lift to cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Breathe in, come back to neutral. Keep your spine level. Tuck your toes under. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift the knees about an inch off the ground. Just pause here. Bring the shoulders out over the wrists. Stretch out long through the top of your head. Keep pressing back through the heels. 1 more inhale. Exhale, lift the hips, sink the heels, find downward facing dog. Now take a moment to move around. Bend the knees. Shake the head a little bit. Sway the hips. Wake up your body. Then inhale, look between the hands. Exhale, settle back to hands and knees. So this time, I want you to keep the spine totally flat as we begin. Coming into spinal balance, inhale, right leg reaches back, toes to the ground. Push out through that heel, get the leg nice and strong. Then, inhale, left arm comes forward, thumb up, palm in. Squeeze that shoulder blade down the back. You can stay here or on your next inhale, float the right leg, making 1 long line from arm to spine to leg. Now if you want to add on a little ab work, take a deep breath in. Exhale, round the spine, tap elbow to knee. 4 more. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, in. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, squeeze. Last time, reach out. Squeeze in. Inhale, stretch. Left hand down, right knee down. Now, inhale, take your left leg back, toes to the ground. And just start this position by engaging through the legs. Push back through that heel. Hug your belly in. Keep the back flat. Then, add the right arm. Inhale, come up. Thumb up, palm in, squeeze the shoulder down. You can stay right there, or inhale, lift the left leg as well, making that nice long line. Now take the same variation that you did on the first side, so if you're joining in for knee tucks, exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, squeeze in. Really hollow out that belly. Inhale, out. Exhale, in. Inhale, out. Exhale, in. Last time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Now take the hand and the knee back to the ground. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Tuck the toes. Exhale, lift the knees and hover. Try to weight evenly through each of the tips of the fingers. Keep the shoulders in line with the wrists. 1 more inhale and exhale, downward dog. Again, take some time, move around, wake up your body. And take a moment to pause in stillness. Drop your eyes back between your toes. With your next inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop. Feet towards the hands. Inhale, lift, lengthen, come halfway up. Exhale, drop back to forward fold. Take your hands to the mat. Bend 1 knee at a time. Shift the hips side to side. Swing the spine back and forth. And pause in the middle. Bend the knees a bit. Rise up with the inhale, stretch your arms into the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. We'll work through some variations of sun salute A's. Standing with feet, hips distance apart, release your arms down at your sides. Inhale, arms reach up into the sky. Tilt the pelvis forward as you exhale, reach down with the longest spine possible, hands to the floor. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, drop hands to the mat, walk your feet back, plank. Now press out through those heels, engage the legs, squeeze your belly in, weight down evenly through all of the fingers, take another breath in. Exhale, knees to the floor, bend your elbows along the sides of the rib cage as you lower down to your belly. Now flip to the tops of your feet, roll the shoulders, inhale, low cobra. Pause for a moment here, opening wide through the chest. Continue to engage the core. And exhale, relax down. Inhale, press to hands and knees, tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. In this down dog, I want you to focus more on your alignment. So spread out the fingers, bring your hands at shoulder distance apart. Spread out the toes. Bring your feet about hips distance apart. Your knees can be bent as much as needed. Keep the hips lifted high, spine nice and long. And let the head and neck relax. Look back between your toes. As you inhale, bend the knees, look up, step or hop, feet to hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, arms reaching into the sky. And exhale, come right back down to your forward fold. Lift halfway, inhale, spine parallel to the ground. Exhale, hands down, walk your feet back, plank. Now as we come to the ground, you can either drop the knees or not. Exhale, elbows along the sides, come all the way to your belly. Point the toes. Inhale, shoulders back. Now exhale, lift your hands. And inhale, reach the arms back along your sides, flying into locust pose. You can keep the legs grounded, or on the inhale, squeeze your glutes and lift the legs away from the ground. Keep that neck long, belly strong. One more inhale. And exhale, release, hands to the ground. So you can either come up to hands and knees or tuck your toes under, lift the knees up first. As you inhale, press to plank and exhale, down dog. Walk the feet in as much as needed. Take 5 deep, long breaths here. Trying to get the inhale at the same length as the exhale. And inhale, look forward, knees bend, step or hop, feet to hands. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise and reach. Last sun salute A. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. Walk those feet back to plank. This time, exhale, lower halfway down, chaturanga. Flip those feet, straighten the arms as you inhale, come to up dog. Pause for just a moment here. Keep that belly squeezing, chest open, chin lifted. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in through the nose. Long exhale. Remember, anytime that down dog no longer feels like a resting pose, take child's pose instead. Let's breathe in, look forward, knees bend, step or hop. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms up, inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a moment to pause with your breath. Deep breath in. And long breath out. Then bring your hands to your hips. Wiggle your feet until they're hips distance apart. Spread your toes. Now as you inhale, stand up taller. Tilt the pelvis forward. Exhale, hug your belly muscles in as you drop all the way down into forward fold. Wrap your first 2 fingers and thumbs around the big toes for Padangusthasana. Inhale, lift, lengthen, come halfway up. You can stay in the halfway lift or exhale, come forward, bringing your belly onto your thighs, chest to your knees. Now you're only folding forward so far that you can still keep the spine pretty long without much roundness to it. Now here, lift the shoulders away from your ears, shake out the head. As you inhale, lift halfway up. Now you can stay with the fingers bound around the toes or slide the hands, palms facing up, beneath the feet for Padangusthasana. Press your toes into the wrists. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Remember, your knees can bend as much as needed. Let the head hang free. Hollow out your belly. Maybe find a little lightness beneath your heels. Then inhale, lift up, step the feet off of the hands. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, rise, coming all the way up. And exhale, release arms down by your sides. We'll move into some variations of Sun Salute Bees. Starting with feet either hips distance apart, or you can do big toes together and heels slightly separated. Bend the knees, sit the hips back. Inhale, rise into Utkatasana, fierce pose. 5 breaths here. Sink that weight into your heels. Lengthen the tail. Squeeze the belly in. Now see if you can relax a little through the shoulders. Relax your face. One more inhale. And exhale, hands to the floor, lift the hips high. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground. Walk your feet back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back to plank. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, another chaturanga. And press back, downward facing dog. Now turn your left toes out. Step your right foot next to the right hand. Inhale up to warrior 1. Heavy feet. Square the hips forward. Let the spine and upper body just float above the hips as the lower body roots down into the ground. Inhale again. Exhale, hands to the floor, left toes tuck. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back to plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, another chaturanga. Lift the hips, sink the heels, down dog. Right toes turn out, left foot steps. Press the feet, inhale, warrior 1. Now root those feet down heavily into the mat. Square your hips forward, so hips, belly, and chest all face in the same direction. Then soften the shoulders. Stretch the fingers. Inhale again. Exhale, hands to the floor, right toes tucked. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, back to plank. If you like to, another chaturanga, you can always skip this. Come back to down dog. Pause. Take 5 of your fullest, deepest breaths. And child's pose as well is always an option here. Bend your knees. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, sink the hips. Inhale, arms up to Utkatasana. Sink into those heels. Squeeze your buns. And exhale, mountain pose. Deep breath in. Long sigh out. For the next vinyasa sequence, we'll start with the feet hips distance apart. Bend the knees, sink the hips. 1 inhale to Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Shift your weight onto your right foot. Inhale, left foot lifts. We're just in a little mini 1-leg squat. On your next inhale, straighten the right leg, stand tall, look down. Take a breath in. Reach the left leg back to behind you as you extend out into Warrior 3. Flex that left foot, push out through the heel. Lots of effort in that lifted leg. Then inhale, right knee bends. Exhale, big step back through the left foot. And inhale, crescent lunge. It's crescent lunge, just like Warrior 1, we have the hips squared forward, but this time the back toes are tucked under. Squeeze nice and hard through those left glutes. Keep the tail slightly tucked. 1 more breath in. And exhale, fingers to the floor beneath the shoulders. So if you do have yoga blocks, I would say go ahead and put your hands up on those blocks. Otherwise, just rest on your fingers. We'll find a little flow here. So as you inhale, you're going to sink the hips as low as you can without bending the left knee. Exhale, straighten the right leg. 4 more times. Inhale, slide forward, sink down. Exhale, right leg straight. Inhale, sink forward. This time as you exhale, if you like to, you can peel the right toes off of the ground. Inhale, sink. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, bend. And exhale, straighten. 1 more time. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten, pause for a moment. Enjoy that stretch. And exhale, right foot to the floor. Opening up for Warrior 2. Left heel spins down, toes point out. Inhale, circle the arms up, shoulders come above the hips. Stretch your arms out into a T position. Palms are facing down. Turn your head to look out over that right hand. Now make sure that your knee is pointed out in the direction of your second and third toes. We're not letting that knee drop in. If it's dropping in like this, push it back out. Keep those feet super heavy. And let's move. Inhale, right leg straight, arms lift. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, rise, lift the arms. Exhale, press back down. 3 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sink. Inhale, reach. And exhale, sink. Last time. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Pause in warrior 2. Right palm flips. Inhale, 1 big breath to reverse warrior. Look down. Exhale, hands to the floor, left toes tuck. Inhale, step to plank. Pause. We'll move into Vashisthasana, side plank. Spiral your toes to the left, heels to the right. Open up to the left side of your mat. Your right shoulder is above your right wrist. You can keep the feet staggered. You can even drop the right knee to the floor, or you can stack left foot on top of right. Keep that tailbone long, core engaged. Maybe you stretch the left arm up to the sky. Take 3 more of your deepest possible breaths here. When things get challenging, meet them with deep, long breaths. Exhale, left hand to the floor, return to plank. Take a breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, back to plank. 1 more chaturanga. And find your downward dog. Deep breath in. And long breath out. Look to the hands, bend your knees, step or hop. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Make sure your feet are hips distance apart. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Inhale, lift, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, right foot lifts, keep the left knee bent. Sink into that left heel. Then inhale, straighten the leg. Squeeze your belly in. Look down. Inhale, hinge from the hips, reaching that right leg back behind you into warrior 3. Keep the right foot flexed, leg engaged, toes pointed down. Now inhale, bend the left knee, big step back through the right foot. Inhale, arms lift into crescent lunge. Keep those legs engaged, squeezing the right glutes, lengthening the tailbone down. Inhale and exhale, hands to the ground. So go ahead and grab your blocks if you have them, or come up onto the fingertips. Inhale, sink the hips as low as you can without bending the right knee. And then exhale, left leg straight. 4 more. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, lower. And if you want to add on a little extra calf stretch as you exhale, straighten the leg, peel the toes from the ground. Inhale, bend the knees, sinking forward. Exhale, stretch. Last time. Inhale, bend. And exhale, stretch. Pause for a breath or 2. And settle the foot back to the ground. Knee bends. Spiral your right heel down. And inhale, open up for warrior 2. Arms at shoulder height. Press the feet apart. Look out over that left hand. And let's move. Inhale, left leg straight, reach the arms. Exhale, arms back down. 4 more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Think 1 more maybe. Inhale up. Exhale down, pause in warrior. Left palm flips. Big inhale, reach back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, right toes tuck. Inhale to plank and pause. Turn your toes to the right, heels to the left. Right hand comes up to that right hip, moving into side plank. So you can keep your feet staggered or stack right on top of left. Maybe lift that right arm up. Now just focus on your breathing. Long inhales, deeper exhales. One more inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor, take a breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back to plank. Another breath in. Bend the elbows and press back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Long sigh out. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sit your hips back. One last time. Inhale, Utkatasana. And exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a few moments. Return your focus to your breathing. We'll move into our one leg balancing practice. So if you like to be near a wall, within arm's distance of a wall to catch yourself, go ahead and move there. Our practice today is a couple of poses strung together. It's Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. So we'll show you what that means. Now this practice you can do either with your lifted leg in a bent knee or a straight leg. Okay? So let's start by shifting the weight onto the left leg and inhale, lift up. If you're practicing with bent knee, hold on behind the knee. If you're practicing with straight leg, hold anywhere along the leg, even all the way down to that big toe. Now stand as tall as you can without leaning back. And if you fall out of the pose, it's all right, just come on back. Then we'll inhale out to the second position, right leg out to the side. You may find you need to counterbalance yourself by releasing the left arm out to the left. If you're feeling daring, you could shift your gaze over to that left hand. I'm going to keep mine straight forward because I know that's where my balance is today. Let's inhale, right leg back to center. Now, switch hands, so either grabbing for your foot or knee with the left hand. Inhale, right arm up, and exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come forward, release the foot or the knee, bring your hands to your hips, stand tall, keep that leg lifted. One more inhale, and exhale, release. Shake it out. Whew. All right, let's go to the other side. Shifting your weight onto your right foot. Lift the left leg, maybe taking your grip around the knee, or if you're straightening the leg, hold on anywhere, maybe even all the way down to your big toe. Now just take a moment to stand up as tall as you possibly can. Resist the urge to lean back. On your inhale, open that left leg out to the side. Might be a little wobbly here, that's all right. If you need to, counterbalance by lifting the right arm out. Maybe slide your eyes over to that right hand or keep them straight forward. Shifting the gaze will always mess with the balance. And let's come back to center. Left leg forward, take a hold with the right hand. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, twist open. Inhale, face forward. Release the hands. Try to keep that leg lifted. One more inhale. And exhale, release. So let's shake out those legs. Take a few breaths. Grab some water if you want to. And as you're ready, we'll work towards the floor practice. We're done with standing poses for today. Yay. Let's start with a nice deep squat. Walk your feet out a little wider than hips distance apart with toes pointed slightly out to the sides. Take an inhale, arms rise up. As you exhale, slide the hands to your heart. Bend your knees. Sink your hips. Lower as far down as you can. You may be able to bring the elbows between the inner knees, but if you're finding balance is an issue, you can grab a hold of the corners of your mat, pulling it up towards you for a little extra balance. If you do have the elbows against the knees, you can gently press them a little bit further apart, adding on a little stretch there. And let's come out. Drop the hands, lift the hips, walk your feet out a little bit wider, toes turn in, and exhale into a wide leg forward fold. Now, two options. You can either come back to Malasana, or you can follow me into Bakasana, which is our crow pose arm balance. If you're choosing the arm balance, drop your hands to the floor, shoulder distance apart. Wiggle those feet all the way together in the middle of the mat. Come up to your toes, bend the knees. Plug your knees into your armpits or as high up the arm as you can get them. Now, keep your eyes forward. You can practice just rocking forward and back, finding a little air beneath the toes. You could stay with one toe on the ground, squeezing heel to hip, touching down, and then other heel to hip and touching down. Or coming all the way into crow, spread those fingers, look forward, tip forward. Squeeze the heels towards the hips. Make sure you keep breathing. Send your eyes forward, don't look back. And then you can either step your feet down to the ground and step back to plank, or shoot the feet back, landing in Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Ah. Now sink your knees to the ground, hips to the heels, stretch out in your child's pose. Even though we're taking a moment to rest, not done with the practice quite yet. So keep your pelvic floor and your abdominal muscles engaged. Keep pressing down through the palms to keep the arms active. As you inhale, look forward, rise up, and swing the legs around out in front of you. Bend your knees. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift up tall through the spine, squeeze your belly in. As we move through this Navasana series, remember that you can stay at any level you choose to where you're feeling the most challenge. So only add on if you feel you need to. Lean back a little. Reach the arms forward. And if you're feeling well balanced, lift the feet. Squeeze the ankles, the knees, and the inner thighs together. And if you want to add a little bit of movement, inhale, lower Ardha Navasana. Bringing the weight to the low back, hovering the shoulders and the heels. Exhale, Navasana. 4 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Hold for 3, 2, 1, exhale, lift. And drop the feet. Bring your feet together, knees apart. Rock those hips from right to left, widening out your foundation. You can hold around the toes, the ankles, or don't hold on at all. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. Keep that spine long and flat. As you exhale, reach your belly towards the heels. Reach the chest forward as if you're trying to meet the wall in front of you. And just take this moment to slow down your breath. Notice where tension has crept into your body. See if you can soften the shoulders, unclench the jaw. Now choices for the next flow. You can stay here in Baddha Konasana, or inhale, sit up, take a hold of the toes or the ankles, then rock back a little ways till your feet lift off the ground and your weight transfers onto your sitting bones. And you may just want to stay right here. This is a good place to practice core strength and balance. Or you can come with me into Upavishta Konasana. So, if you're coming to the next pose, begin to spread the legs out a little bit. And you can keep the knees bent, kind of like a lifted happy baby. Or you can extend the legs as straight as they will go and open them out wide. Now, especially if you're widening the legs, try to draw the shoulder blades together down the back, open the chest, lift the chin, keep that belly squeezing in. Now, wherever you are, I want your focus to go into your breath. Inhale again. If you have the legs lifted, exhale, squeeze them together. Maybe you release the toes, coming into a straight leg Navasana for one more breath. And exhale, legs to the floor. Slide those legs out. Rock the hips side to side. You can pull the glutes back if that helps you connect the sitting bones to the ground a little bit better. Also gives you a little more of the forward tilt to the pelvis. Then plate your hands down by your sides, either up on the palms or grounded down onto the knuckles. Finding Dandasana, staff pose. Begin by flexing your feet. Pull the kneecaps up the legs to engage your quads. Then bring your attention into your pelvic floor. Squeeze the pelvic floor muscles up and feel energy drawing into your body. Feel that heat created within the pelvis, rising up into the base of the spine. Then continue to lift that energy upwards by squeezing your belly in, and see if you can even pull your navel up a couple inches, like you're trying to pull the navel towards your sternum. Now push down through your hands and slide the chin back towards the throat, locking in the top lock there. So now we've got Mula Bandha, pelvic floor, Uddiyana Bandha, abdominal muscles, and Jalandhara Bandha, throat muscles. All of those bandhas working together to create Mahabandha, big energy lock. Just feel that energy circulating within your body. Use your breath to dissipate that energy around your body. Take another deep inhale, really press, really squeeze, and exhale, relax. Moving into Paschimottanasana, straight leg forward fold. Again, you might rock the hips around a little bit as needed. I always have to rock my hips before forward folds. As you breathe in, stretch the arms up into the sky. Exhale, send your heart forward, reaching more with the spine than with the arms. And when you start to feel resistance in the back of the legs or the low back, you take your hands down to the ground. So just come down as far as you can without hunching or rounding in the spine. Take a hold of something, maybe the ankles, the toes, the feet, or just let the hands rest on the ground. If you feel like you need to take a little reset, inhale, come about halfway up, lengthen the spine again, engage the abs, and exhale, relax back down. Bring your awareness back to your breath. See if you can breathe into the areas where you're feeling the most sensation of stretching. And inhale, sit up. Maybe scoot your hips a little bit further towards the front of the mat. As you breathe in, take your arms up front. And then very slowly, as slow as you can, roll your spine all the way to the ground. It'll get a little harder as you go. So use that last little bit of core strength. Then very gently set your shoulders and your head on the ground. Deep breath in. Long sigh out. Take the arms above the head, reach the legs out long, nice big stretch. And exhale, bend both of your knees, preparing for bridge pose. So if you have a ponytail in the back of your head like I do right now, you might need to take it out. We don't want anything in back messing with the alignment of the neck here. Walk your feet in close to your hips. Keep the chin pointed up. Press through your heels. Inhale, lift the hips. You can keep your arms by your sides, or maybe gather the fingers behind the back. Then if you want a little more space in the upper back, rock onto your left shoulder as you tuck the right shoulder under, and then rock onto your right shoulder as you tuck the left shoulder blade under. Keep that chin lifted, hips high. We'll take 3 to 5 more breaths here, just really slowing the practice down. If you have the hands together, slide them apart, and exhale, relax back to the ground. Take a moment, work back to your breath. Choices for the next back bend, you can either come into your bridge again, or if you have Urdhva Dhanurasana, full wheel pose in your practice, you can follow with me. Either way, going to start with the feet in. And if you are going into wheel pose, take your hands behind your shoulders, fingers pointed in. Press through the heels, lift the hips. Inhale. If you're coming into wheel, lift the head. And then stretch your chest towards the wall that you're facing. Trying to bring this bend more into the upper back rather than all in the low back. Then after your 5th breath, gently, slowly, lower all the way back down to the ground. Once you are there, pause, rest, let your back flatten out. Coming back to that big full body stretch. Inhale, legs stretch forward, arms reach up. Make your body as long as you can. And then as you exhale, bend your elbows out, palms up into cactus arm position. Bend the knees, walk your feet out wider than the mat. Then just let your knees rock from side to side. in a motion like windshield wipers. Just move at whatever pace feels good to you. And the next time your knees point to the right, keep them pointed to the right. If you want more of a stretch for the outside of your left hip, you can cross the right foot over the top of the left thigh and let the left knee fall a little bit closer to the ground. So don't press too hard. Just kind of let that extra weight and gravity do the work for you. And release the right foot back to the ground. Slide the knees up through center and then point them to the left. Maybe taking that left foot over the right thigh and letting both legs drop back down to the ground. And as we're moving into these slower, deeper stretches, you can close your eyes if that feels good. Try to take each breath a little slower. Maybe even find a little space to pause between your breaths. And release that left foot down. Roll the knees back up. One more time, inhale, full body stretch. And then exhale, draw the knees in. Give yourself a little hug, a little rock. Nearing the end of the practice, you can do any finishing pose that your practice needs today. My recommendation, as always, is going to be Happy Baby. So if you're joining with me, bring the knees apart, soles of feet point towards the ceiling. You can hold the back of the thighs or walk your hands up a little bit further, grabbing onto the toes or the sides of the feet, and then driving the knees down towards the ground. If you want to add a little bit of movement, rock your body from side to side, massaging the back against the ground. If you need a little bit more of a stretch for the hamstrings, you can straighten one leg at a time and then the other. You can even do both legs at the same time for a little supine straddle. And then eventually just pause. Take a deep breath. Let it go. And fold the legs back in. Wrap the arms around your legs. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. One more breath in. Make that hug real tight. And exhale. Release to Shavasana. Just take a moment to get comfortable. Let go of any muscular effort in your body. Feel yourself becoming heavy and soft. And bring your awareness to your breath. Take slower inhales, longer exhales, maybe even finding that space to pause at the end of your exhale. And be mindful of what you allow to enter your mind. And surely you will hear sounds or have thoughts that distract you. But as you notice those distractions, rather than letting your thoughts follow them, let them pass by and draw yourself deeply back and surrender into complete stillness. If you would like to stay in Shavasana longer, feel free to go ahead and pause the video and just come out when you're inclined to do so. Otherwise, begin to find some small movements. Wiggle the toes and the fingers. And then find some larger movements, rolling wrists and ankles, bending elbows and knees, rocking the head. And maybe take one last big full body stretch. As you exhale, draw the knees in, roll to your side. Take a moment to pause on the side, letting go of anything that no longer serves you. Then slowly press back up to a comfortable seated position. Pausing for a moment here, bring the hands to rest at the heart. Ground yourself within the present moment, feeling the ground beneath you, feeling the temperature and movement of the air around you. Then listen to the sounds that you hear nearby, and the sounds you hear a little bit further away. And bring your awareness back to your breath, listening to and feeling each rise of the inhale and each fall of the exhale. If you would like to join me in closing practice with one Om, take a deep breath in. And together we'll finish this practice with a bow. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in today's practice. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Please leave me a like, a comment, or even a suggestion of anything that you would like to see here in the future. And again, thank you so much for joining me. Make it a great day.